I don't think the process has stripped Dr. Rubilia of her human capacity for reason and thinking. Her actions seem to have a clear purpose, like how she sent a message to Lynn using the puppet singer, or how she made contact with Ruby in a dream to try to transmit a message to Meroria. And when she bravely ventured alone into the abyss, she also left us with invaluable visual records in her lab and along the way. I think she must have prepared for the possibility that those who might come after her, like us, would need guidance. She must know what she's doing.
Think of the sacrifices she's made to understand these gray space entities, and how horrible it must be to keep at arm's length, treated as something potentially dangerous and inhuman. I can't help feeling that we have not done right by her. What is this artifact under the sea that Innes possesses?
I don't know. I can't fully comprehend the will of the Hive Mother. All I know is she's calling me, and the call is getting stronger and stronger. She needs all of her millions of children to go and release her.
Release her?
The Hive Mother herself is currently imprisoned within a cage of black stone. But the power of the cage is gradually weakening. And when finally that cage is broken, the Hive Mother will re-emerge fully into our world.
I did it in post.
District 7 Executor in Training Omi reporting.
Also, she got slashed, kicked, and slashed across the back, and she's just fine.
So you're Umi?
Yes, Officer Lin.
Just call me Lin. What happened to your outpost? Meroria has been unable to get in touch.
I have just returned myself. I was ordered to hunt down several gray space entities en route to attack the outpost when I intercepted their distress signal. I hurried back immediately.
Proper procedure requires that you immediately relay news of the attack on the outpost to headquarters. Leaving your post like that was not your call to make.
Faces lost in time. They've got a reason, but they never really find the right. But I've met you in this life. I'll be brave and try my very best. The world's gone mad and I will hold you tight till the end of time. None of us will say goodbye, and my love will die forever and ever. You and I. Don't just shed a tear for me. Don't just sleep within a broken dream. When everything is meant to be.
To Tower of Fantasy. So, continuing with the story here.
Here we are. It should be just ahead.
Very dense underbrush. Good to see the local ecosystem is thriving.
That is true to an extent, yes. A lot of animal and plant species would consider this something akin to heaven.
I wonder why Meroria never had the idea of setting up a settlement here.
Probably because of the toxic gas.
By heaven, I didn't mean one for humans. Notice the thin mist up ahead? That's not water humidity. It's an airborne toxin harmful to humans.
An airborne toxin?
They once established an ecology research station here during the surface recolonization era. The place was home to quite a number of species human scientists had improved through genetic engineering. The gray space entities destroyed the station sometime later, setting the station's experiments loose into the surrounding environment. Most of the species quickly adapted, and indeed soon evolved into something approximating a fairly holistic ecosystem. Unfortunately, one of the accidental byproducts of this new ecosystem was a deadly toxin. Rainfall and high humidity disperse a lot more of the toxin into the air. In short, it's become a terrible place for human habitation.
Can I ask you how you came to know the history of the area, Officer Tianlong?
Oh, I just heard it in passing from some friends who had been stationed here. You know, it's a real shame. The place is obviously...
Let's chat about this later. Right now, Umi, we need your help navigating this complex terrain.
Right. There are 3 signal base stations here. Come with me. Alert! Gray space entities ahead!
Not at all surprised, to be honest.
Always something. fine.
We finally got rid of them.
Do you often see gray space entity activity around here?
We might come across a few wandering gray space entities from time to time, but not so many at once.
These are the least of my worries. What we should be concerned with is what may be waiting for us ahead.
Oh. There's not going to be some big, powerful monster watching us from the shadows, is there? I've never gone up against abyssins before.
Whatever the danger is, that's why we're here. Umi, you're going to have to lead the way.
Officer Lin, I suggest we split up for the next section.
Is that so?
The 3 base stations are located in different parts of the miasmic swamp. Going one by one will take a long time. It may be better to split up and handle all 3 at once.
But we're not familiar with the terrain here. It could be dangerous if we don't stick together.
True, but we don't have the luxury of time. Right now, our orders are to repair the base stations ASAP. I think Umi has a good point.
All right. It makes sense to work quickly.
Then I'll provide everyone with a map of the area. There you go.
Umi, how do you think we should split up?
Eh? Me?
You're the local expert. Your suggestion carries a lot of weight.
I would say... Base stations 1 and 3 are near our present location. Officer Lin and Tianlong, you could probably handle these 2 respectively. Base Station 2 is the furthest. So as the local expert, I think I can lead Shirley and the Executor to tackle that one. And we should be more than capable of eliminating any gray space entities we may find along the way.
Oh, hey, I don't think that would be very smart.
Oh? What?
Mainly because I don't have a good head for directions.
Shirley and I will handle Base Station 1. Umi, you take the Executor and Tianlong to Base Station 3. Then, if everything works out just fine, we can all rendezvous at Base Station 2.
And what if we run into trouble?
You should be able to handle yourself, right?
Well, when you put it like that, let's go.
Can't see, get it off the screen.
Umi, have you seen anything like this before?
Oh, wow, cool flowers.
Ow!
Cool flowers?
These are part of her weapon. It's a trap.
Luck today. I think those flowers only form near an abyssal field.
We're in luck?
We're asking for trouble. Although, perhaps finding the trouble is more troublesome than the trouble itself.
How do you know these flowers are being produced by an abyssal field?
The abyssal is close. I can feel it. Also, I've lost contact with Lin. Something's blocked our comms.
Huh?
Careful not
you
to touch those
say?
things. I've never sensed an abyssal like this before.
You know, it's not gonna surprise me if we find out Umi is an abyssin herself, but then it will also surprise me if she's not. I don't know, I just get the feeling that she must be. Ow! Damn it, they make you turn around.
Safe. At last.
Come on. Whoa. You're such a dick. What are you doing?
Wow. So the Grace entities managed to get in here after all.
Hey. Or just make you walk through that.
It's going to be pretty hard for just the three of us to fix damage this extensive.
Why does she walk up to us like that?
Oh no! Darned abyssins!
Abyssins? No. I noticed that the nearby force field generators were not taken down by brute force. Someone must have just switched them off. But these force field generators can only be controlled from a console at Outpost 10. And special authorization is needed at that.
Tianlong, you mean someone working in the outpost switched off the force field generators?
A working hypothesis. I sincerely doubt gray space entities would have the power to crack a security system that strong. Otherwise...
No. Surely not. Maybe it was a simple equipment malfunction?
She's a fucking gray space entity.
Well, I suppose we can't say anything for sure at this stage. Let's keep going. I'm eager to meet up with Lin and the others at Base Station 2. Perhaps they figured something out we haven't.
Is this the fucking Hive Mother we're tagging along with? And they probably walked into a trap. What the fuck? Excuse me? Who do you think you are? Wait, what is that?
Whatever you do, don't come into contact with the threads around us. It's a trap.
Asshole. Ugh, damn it. What the? Ugh. I gotta add a line more often now into whatever my character is doing, because like, it's so hard for me to figure out what they're doing, and I don't know if I should make sounds for them or not. And it always gives me time to do it in post, of course.
Are you alright?
I'm alright. What about Umi? Have you seen her?
Umi? Maybe she's hiding somewhere.
Hiding? But we've eliminated the enemies.
She may not necessarily be hiding from our enemies.
What do you mean?
You haven't noticed that our new friend Umi has been acting a little strange?
Strange? Maybe a little.
So you've also noticed something is slightly amiss with Umi. Well?
She may just be an executor in training, but even so, she would have already undergone rigorous preparation. Failing to immediately report an attack on her outpost and leaving it on her own accord is a major dereliction of duty. But judging by Umi's reaction, I got the sense she didn't know what a serious infraction it was. Also, when Lin asked about survivors, Umi should have immediately suggested to check the safe house. She only led us there when Shirley said she had identified signs of life nearby.
Exactly. She's been lying to us. And I think on more than one occasion. At first, I thought that she was just in shock. But it was very curious to me that she checked the outpost's comms network when Lin asked her to. She didn't notice how odd that sounded. Executors are responsible for protecting others. They aren't trained in how to operate an outpost's comms equipment, or even have the access to it. But Umi did not have any trouble with either, as she must have stolen access keys from those unconscious technicians. What I wonder is, how she managed to learn the system so well. Of course, it's possible that she didn't really check the systems like Lynn asked, but I think it's safe to conclude something very strange is going on.
Do you think Miss Lin also noticed that something was off?
It's safe to say, yes. Lynn is very careful, and Umi's subterfuge has been clumsy, to say the least. Let's go and meet up with them.
Hey, what about Umi? Shouldn't we try to find her?
Don't worry. She will find us when she wants to.
Huh? But won't we get lost without her?
I've made my fair share of visits to this plant collector's paradise, so I'm familiar with the area.
Oh? I thought you said you didn't have a good head for directions.
I was just playing along with Umi. Come on, don't fall behind.
That is true, because when you look at his trailer, it does show that he's very interested in plants, so he would definitely know this place like the back of his hand because of the ecosystem. But also, you think about how Umi was attacked, for her to just get up normally and not say anything about the pain. That's another one. Like, she didn't even have one ow. Another hatcher. Apparently not important to the story. Get the right one on. Why are you making me take this long-ass path to get over there? I'm telling you, something bad must have happened over here. Ain't no way things are just have gone simple for Lynn and Shirley. Especially if this could have been some sort of trap. Since Umi did already set these traps.
No signs of Lynn or Shirley yet? Seems we're the first to arrive.
Or perhaps they ran into trouble.
If that's so, I think they should be able to handle it. It's a shame the equipment here isn't in better condition. It's going to take us several days at least to restore everything.
If we can't fix the base stations for several days, do we have any other ways to go to Ennis?
Without a space rift, the only way to get there would be the deep-sea tunnels.
Deep-sea tunnels?
Yes, a primitive access way established during the founding of the second city for the transportation of materials, equipment, and personnel. There's an entrance to the tunnels quite close to here, just over there.
Is that Umi?
Let's go and see what's happening over there.
This could just be a fake cry for help. We shouldn't fall for it. I saved her life once when I thought she was just a normal girl, but now I think she's a monster and is going to kill us. Well then. Perhaps this time I might just leave it all up to fate. Ow. What the hell? If anything, it's probably Lynn and Shirley beating Umi up. What happened
Miss
here?
Lin?
Miss Lynn, help
She about to fucking whoop your ass.
Really, very careless.
Damn, right across the
The game is
face.
up. You can't lie to us anymore.
When did you figure it out?
Almost right away. You're a poor actress.
What is this?
You're all done for.
Oh, so it had nothing to do with Umi. She is just a normal girl. She was being mind controlled. Man. Don't you just love how that ended? Cutscene ends, I'm already dead. Now the music is all glitched out. Okay, game. Oh, I can't get... I'm soft locked, aren't I? I'm soft locked. No, wait, hold on. It's right there. You can't go to the specified location to re-accept if it's in the fucking... Okay, it faded. Thank God. Oh, I would have been fucked forever. Now then. You're Meander. Really? I don't think you're it. Apparently, I have just found out that the weapon swapping of the tiger is partially a fucking dodge. You know, I find it funny. I didn't think this game had a big waiting. Definitely took some inspiration from Resident Evil 8. What? Only that? Well, I mean, she is moving very fast. Well, I can't do it again. Uh-oh. Now you're gonna combo me? Well, that just wasn't fair. I just got a message from Winston saying that, you know, apologizing for not being on. I mean, that's okay. If he went to sleep, that's fine. It was just part of my own annoyance of not being able to be there to, you know, hear it. Why are you still Oh.
She's unconscious, but alive.
Just like the other members of the outpost?
Yes. That gray space entity didn't kill them, just manipulated them like puppets.
These parasitic gray space entities represent a whole new threat to humanity. They're clearly much more difficult to defend against than classic entities.
What should we do about this muddy one? Eliminate it? Or bring it back for Lyra's team to study?
We'll bring it back. It's an extremely valuable specimen. Tianlong, can I leave the safe handling of that thing to you?
We're just getting an upskirt over here.
I'd rather...
What about Umi? The gray space entity has left her body, but is she back to normal?
I think that she should be alright.
Ow. Where am I? Umi? You're awake. Huh? Who are... Officer Lin! Officer Lin! District 7 Executor in Training Umi reporting.
Just call me Lin. Umi, what do you remember of the last several hours?
The last thing I remember is, I was training?
Training?
No, I was on patrol. Yes, patrol.
So, she doesn't remember. Actually, a gray space entity had taken control of your body. Caused us no small inconvenience, by the way.
Huh?
There's no need to intimidate her. She's just as much a victim of the gray space entities as any other members of the outpost. And I'm sure they need a thorough medical check. We should head back.
Huh? But what about this mess here? And shouldn't we be heading to the tunnels to go to Innis?
Headquarters can send someone and fix up the outpost. In terms of the tunnels, they haven't been used for quite some time. It's hard to say if they're even still serviceable. I think we should head back to headquarters and discuss the next step.
Alright then, as you say.
Yes.
You've brought back a very valuable specimen. A new kind of parasitic gray space entity we've never seen. It will be immensely helpful to Dr. Clive in his research.
Apart from Umi herself, I think it's likely other members of Outpost 10 also fell under the Gray Space Entity's control. I recommend putting them into isolation for observation.
Okay, I'll arrange it. But unfortunately, our current technology has no way of identifying if someone was under control of one of these parasitic gray space entities.
Parasites can hide themselves well within their host. When Umi was parasitized, I couldn't detect any gray space entity signals inside her body. We would have all been deceived if Miss Lin hadn't noticed what was wrong with her.
Perhaps we can have Dr. Rubilia take a look at them.
Right. Rubilia might be able to identify controlled individuals quickly. My main concern is that there may be more insidious, longer-term parasitic effects at play. Also, I'm worried that...
I understand. I'm sure that Umi and her colleagues are not the first humans to come under parasitic control. Our best bet right now is to keep the whole affair as low-key as possible. We wouldn't want to start a panic.
And the only time I hear low-key was when it was the whole fucking thing of everyone was saying low-key.
Archon Larson has already ordered an urgent investigation into this new species of gray space entity. But determining its exact capabilities and what other effects it may have could be a lengthy process. You can leave those questions with us, Lynn. Archon Larson has another mission for you.
He wants us to go to Innis through the tunnels?
Yes, right now whatever is happening to Innis is our highest priority. Since the miasmic swamp base stations are out of action for the time being, the deep-sea tunnels are the only way to get there. But the tunnel network is a real labyrinth. And we can't discount the possibility of gray space entities or other dangerous creatures lurking within. You're going to need someone familiar with the tunnel's layout.
I can guide you. Greetings. I'm Icarus. Operation codename? Mook.
What?
Mr. Icarus.
What? This was Mook the whole time? Where the hell you been? Also, he looks...
'Cause every night I will save your life.